we're going to kind of just watch a little recap we found on YouTube so we can kind of get the stories. Also, it's an 11-minute recap for 3 games. So apparently a lot of story didn't happen apart from buff guy shooting in face and it die. I don't think we need subtitles. We're just going to kind of see how this goes before we actually jump into Gears 4.
Right around the corner, we here at Suggestive Gaming thought it would be a good idea to give a quick overview of the previous 3 games in the main series. Sorry, Judgment. So without further ado, let's jump right
calling
in
out
to the
Judgment.
original Gears of War. The first game begins with Dominic Santiago freeing his friend, former COG soldier Marcus Phoenix, from the Jacinto Maximum Security Prison. Dom frees Marcus in order to receive his help in fighting the Locust,
I'm going to drop that down and
humanoid creatures that had emerged from the Hollow, the underground tunnel network beneath the surface of the planet Seraph 14 years prior. The two escape the prison and meet up with Anthony.
Hey, real world talk. Do we know why the fuck he got locked up? We know he's in prison. Cool, dope. But why is he in prison and how does he become a war hero is the better question. Because the whole thing was he's trying to avenge his dad, find his dad, something about his dad. And then his dad's not dead. I'm pretty sure that's how the first game ended. But why are we in prison?
Carmine and Min Young Kim.
Oh, come on. Shame.
The other 2 members of Delta Squad. The squad receive orders to locate Alpha Squad and obtain the Resonator, a device to be used to map the Hollow in order to find a strategic location to plant the light mass bomb. On the way, however, Carmine is killed by a Locust sniper.
I mean, do you think, is that like hereditary fucking disease at this point? Like, I'm pretty sure it still counts as like, you know how we consider heart failure and fucking cholesterol hereditary diseases? Does getting shot in the head by a sniper count for Carmine? Oh, fuck, I tabbed out. My bad.
Delta Squad then finds Augustus Cole, Damon Baird, and the remainder of Alpha Squad. However, they are ambushed by Locust soldiers and half of Alpha Squad, along with Kim.
Can you please discuss what fucking steroids must have existed in this world because everyone is so ripped? Like, sure, they're just pumping from fucking, I don't know, some kind of illegal steroids in the water that apparently the Locust and the humans were drinking.
Killed by Locust troops and their leader, General Ram. The remaining COG
I remember him.
escape with the Resonator, and Marcus is placed in charge of Delta Squad. Delta Squad is ordered.
Okay. I'm not going to pretend I understand how wars work, but I'm pretty sure the guy that was in prison that we just freed now is magically part of a squad. Then the leader gets killed and he's just magically in charge. Not the guys that, hey, have been in the war for so long and never got locked up. They're not in charge. They're not fine. Like the random guy who was just in prison, yes, you're in charge.
Travel to the Lethia Emulsion facility. They stop at a nearby camp to borrow a junker from a stranded named Franklin. After avoiding bat-like creatures called the Krill, the group...
Fucking most annoying part of that game. Fucking running from lot to lot and just hoping you don't get eaten quick enough.
Get to the junker and take it to the mining facility where it breaks down. After making their way through the facility, Delta Squad then enter the Emulsion mine tunnels.
Is this just really old or is this on shit quality? Okay, nope, never mind. Best quality there's the video. Never mind, I'll take it all back.
To a central location where the Resonator will have its greatest effect. Fighting their way through Locust forces, Marcus eventually encounters a Corpser, which he defeats and the squad reach their location. Baird activates the Resonator and the
oh, that's the shit that then gives birth to the fucking
group escapes.
lot of
Only
people.
to learn that the information acquired from it wasn't significant enough to be of use for the light mass bomb. Luckily, in their travels, Baird found a device with a near-complete map of the tunnels, with data leading back to the East Barricade Academy,
So lucky.
the home of Adam Phoenix, Marcus's father. Delta Squad takes a King Raven helicopter to the academy, and they make their way to the Phoenix Manor. There,
Just
they
the
find an
helicopter that
APC
takes part of the important information we need to know. Thank you, game.
vehicle, which Baird and Cole begin
Video.
to prepare as Dom and Marcus search for more information.
Try to be a cunt and it just turned terribly on me. Now I just look like an idiot. Which, fairness, not completely wrong.
They find a hidden laboratory in the basement and retrieve the tunnel maps. Shortly after, they are attacked by a Locust Brumac.
Yeah, killed him.
Which they escape from in the
Escape from.
APC before it destroys the mansion. The team rushes to a train station to board a train carrying the light mass bomb. Dom and Marcus battle through a horde of Locust forces.
Was this not... Wasn't the train the fucking end level, actually?
To reach the front car to set off the bomb. There they encounter General Ram and defeat
Okay, I was remembering
quickly,
correctly.
Marcus uploads the tunnel data into the light mass bomb
And Dad's not dead.
and escapes the train before setting it off. The bomb launches into the tunnels and destroys a crucial Locust stronghold, as well as almost all of the Krill. The victory is short-lived, however, as the Locust, along with their queen, vow to continue the fight. Shortly after...
Also, why is their queen like half human?
the light mass bomb explosion, the Locusts back humankind into the city of Jacinto.
Would be nice
which
if
is
those been
now their
years
last
too,
safe
but
haven.
okay.
However, Locust forces begin to attack the city's hospital, which currently contains
Oh, there's love
Dom,
interest.
Anya Stroud, Delta Squad.
Also, here's another image of Anya standing next to them.
Light mass offensive, and Ben Carmine, a rookie recruit, and Anthony.
With the hereditary disease of being a Carmine and getting shot in the head.
His brother. Anya and Ben stay behind as Marcus and Dom meet up with
Okay, no, so I want to go back here.
Safe Haven.
I want to see if I can
However,
find the
Locust
perfect
forces
frame.
begin to attack the city's hospital, which currently contains
Can we just look at this for a
Marcus,
second?
Dom,
Okay, there's no
Anya
real good image.
Stroud, Delta.
Look how fucking ridiculous these two are. And then she's like, I'm a somewhat normal sized female. Look, his fucking bicep is the size of her. Like, apparently, relatively standard. I would say game design for women. Okay, yes, obviously it's still proportions exaggerated, whatever bullshit. Relatively standard, fucking behemoth.
The squad's controller from the light mass offensive, and Ben Carmine, a
You think their ration packs were just roids?
rookie recruit and Anthony Carmine's brother. Anya and Ben stay behind as Marcus and Dom meet up with Ty Caliso, whom Marcus knew from the Pendulum Wars. The Pendulum Wars was a conflict between the two superpowers of Sarah over its resources, which only ended shortly before the Locusts attacked on Emergence Day.
Do we get was that why he was locked up? Also, why is there no game about the Pendulum Wars? That sounds cool. That's like a fucking Civil War-esque kind of vibe thing that leads to the Locusts playing them. That would be a cool thing to play through. Judgment could have been about that. I actually don't know because I never played Judgment. So if it was, my bad. But that seems like it could have also made some cool games. Even if a way for them to make Gears not about Dom and Marcus, but for them not to be canon, for them to go back to Dom and Marcus. Because I know this game's not about Dom and Marcus, but it's about fucking the kids that just aren't as cool. Sorry, Rey Skywalker. But you're just not as cool and not as important as any other Skywalker, and you did not have a good enough storyline. Which might be repeated as playing through this. But then, now with the cool resurrection of the new Gears, which is back to being Dom and Marcus, could we not go back into Pendulum Wars and just have a completely different person stuff? Not involving them, which they might have been involved in the wars. I can't remember. I actually, not about can't remember, I just genuinely don't know. But clearly Marcus was, because he knew God that is massive and has a tattoo on his face.
The three meet back up with Carmine, and they force the attacking Locusts to retreat. After this, Chairman Richard Prescott speaks before the Gears,
He clearly didn't get the roids in his rations.
informing them that the Locusts are back and stronger than ever, with the
Also still looks fucking massive, but compared to everyone else looks like a little bitch.
ability to sink entire cities, and their only hope is to take the attack to the Locust Horde in the Hollow. Delta then head to meet Dizzy Wallen, a driver of a massive assault derrick. They fight through a Locust army to reach the town of Landown. There, they are attacked once again by a group of Locusts, this time led by Scourge, leader of the Cantus. Dizzy and Ty fight Scourge
I did not
head-on
remember
as Marcus
this.
and Dom descend to the inner hollow.
All I remember was riding the
Marcus and
Brumac.
Dom meet back up with Carmine and move through the hollow along
And the
with other
fish.
leaders, and eventually find that the Locusts are using a giant rift worm to sink
Okay, I
cities,
remember the
which
worm.
Scourge illustrates by sinking the city of Illima. Delta Squad searches for survivors in the sunken city, but are quickly outnumbered. However, Cole arrives in the nick of time to save them. Cole then informs them that Baird has gone missing. The squad then finds Baird and captured in a cage.
I mean, I'll
He
forgive him.
explains that the Locusts are capturing and torturing humans on giant barges. The team come across one where they find Ty visibly broken by torture. Marcus gives him a shotgun to join the fight, but he instead uses it to take his own life. Back in the sunken city,
That's a bit rough.
Delta Squad attempts an escape in a King Raven, but are stopped by the Riftworm, which swallows the helicopter. The crew narrowly
This was actually pretty cool level when you had to run through the worm and fucking cut it to pieces and shit.
survived the swallowing, except for Carmine, who had fallen out of the King
I mean, he survived longer than his brother. Progress.
Raven. He dies from injuries sustained, and Marcus decides to kill the Riftworm. Delta finds and cuts open the worm's arteries and kills it. Afterwards, they escape from the creature by cutting through its flesh. Delta then is ordered
Little bitch worm.
to find the New Hope research facility in order to gather intel on the location of Nexus, the main Locust stronghold, and the location of their queen. Inside the facility, Marcus and Dom find sires, apparent test subjects of human and Locust.
The fuck? I want to say they remind me of something, but I can't remember what they remind me of. It won't come to me, but we're going to pretend it like it will.
Combination. They fight through the aggressive sires and find the location of Nexus before heading off to Mount Kadar, where they will find a back entrance to it. Up Mount Kadar, they find a stranded city, where survivors were forced to head after their outposts were overrun. Cole and
Well,
Bear
at least they're alive, so I mean, counts for something, surely, and gives hope.
escort the survivors to the surface for extraction, and Dom learns that his missing wife, Maria, was captured by the Locusts. Marcus and Dom fight towards Nexus, encountering a lake containing a
It's the
massive
fish
Leviathan,
thing.
which they kill
Yes.
and then reach Nexus.
They had to shoot it in the motherfucking eye, and all I had was a torque bow. I remember that very well.
Upon arrival at Nexus, Dom and Marcus begin a search for Maria and
I must be honest. People can say what they want about the Gears franchise, but a lot of the stupid, like, set PC fight scenes, like, just seem so cool. I don't know if it's because I was a lot younger when I played that, but I mean, the shit like the rift weapon that sticks in your head, the Brumac in the end level, which I'm sure we're going to get to now in the story, the fish thing, like, they do the set piece, big, like, boss fights that aren't just like, hide behind this and shoot them in the head, like, so well, and make it seem like so fun and grandiose that, like, fucking well done to you, Gears of War.
nearby labor camps. They are able to
And hopefully I don't completely hate Marcus Jr.
locate Maria, however, she is near death due to torture and starvation. Dom painfully euthanizes his wife to end her suffering and vows his revenge on the Locusts before the two enter Nexus.
This doesn't, yeah.
They fight their way through and reunite with
That was a fucking terrible piece in the game. It just, you just felt so bad. Fuck. I still think it was almost like one of fucking, like, I suppose it is tragic moments, but like one of the most heartfelt moments in gaming. Like that, a game that shouldn't affect your like sadness levels, and it just fucked you.
Cole and Baird to begin an attack on the Locust capital city. They soon learn that the Locusts are engaged in a civil war with the Lambent, who are locusts mutated by emulsion exposure.
Oh, this is when they get the cool shiny, the shiny Lambents. I must be honest, their fucking shiny rates are apparently a lot higher in the Gears of War than they are in fucking Pokemon. I think they need to share some information there. Getting a shiny Locust is a lot fucking easier.
Who explains that if the Locusts sink Jacinto, it would flood the Hollow and destroy its inhabitants, which the Locust Queen intends to do after evacuating the regular Locust horde. Delta then fight their way to the throne room to confront the Queen. She explains that she had sent an army to attack Jacinto, distracting the Cog army to allow them to escape without humans flooding the Hollow first. She also implies that she knows Adam Phoenix before ordering Scourge to attack. Cole and Baird pursued
Daddy Phoenix knows the Queen. That's lovely.
the Queen while Marcus and Dom battle Scourge. Scourge retreats on a Hydra, and Delta regroup to hijack two Reavers to fly to Jacinto. They are pursued by Scourge, whom Marcus disposes of. Back at Jacinto, Delta defends
I love us just like we're trying to be PC and YouTube. We showed a dude shooting his fucking brains out, but hey, he disposes of Scourge.
the Cog headquarters and is informed that they must sink Jacinto using a light mass bomb, sacrificing the city to flood the Hollow. Marcus and Dom hijack a Brumac and blast
I remember this
orders
was
to
such
the
a
King
cool
Ravens to deploy
scene.
the light mass bomb under the city.
You know what? It wasn't a difficult last level, but it was such a cool last level.
The Brumac begins to turn lambent due to emulsion exposure, however, and destroys the King Raven carrying the light mass bomb. From the other Raven, Delta Team used the Hammer of Dawn, an extremely powerful Cog weapon, to cause the Brumac to explode, generating enough power to sink Jacinto and flood the Hollow, drowning both the Locust Horde and the Lambent. The Gears head off on the King Raven.
Apparently they
in the
can't
first chapter
swim.
of their story. 18 months after the sinking of Jacinto, the
Like negative racial trait there, apparently.
survivors moved to an island in order to rebuild. However, this peace did not last long as the Lambent began to emerge from underground. The Cog head of the state, Chairman Prescott...
And this was the game that I remember the least of. The only, I think it was, the last scene was the cool Hammer of Dawn fights. That's all I can really remember from Gears 3.
them, leaving many to believe that he had something to hide. Some survivors head off to the Anvil Gate garrison, while Delta Squad set off...
There was a chick. I'm lying. I do remember one other scene from this that I don't want to get into now. We'll discuss it a bit later. I do not remember the fact that there was a chick as part of Delta Squad or who the hell the other guy is.
on an aircraft carrier called the CNV Sovereign with several others to live
No
as
idea who
civilian
Cornrows and Blondie are.
Chairman Prescott resurfaces, however, and arrives on the Sovereign to give Marcus a disc which shows that his father, Adam, is still alive. Shortly after,
remember Daddy
the ship
being
is attacked
alive.
by a Lambent Leviathan, which is destroyed by a trap set by Baird and Cold at a nearby bridge. This, however, ends up destroying the ship, killing many, including Prescott. Before dying, he is able to give Marcus...
I don't think anyone liked him
team
anyway,
at
so I
Adam's
feel like that's
location,
okay.
a base called Azura. Marcus, Cole, Dom, and Baird head off to Anvil Gate to decrypt the key. To reach Anvil Gate, the Gears hijack a Locust gas barge, picking up Dizzy on the way.
Hey, he's back.
Victor Hoffman fight off a Locust attack, then decrypt the key to discover that Azura is protected.
Pretty sure Hoffman's fucking Marcus's biggest fan, but hey. Pretty sure that's the one that locked him up in the first place and had issues with him being taken out, if I remember correctly.
By air or by sea. The group decided to use a submarine and travel to the city of Mercy to gather emulsion as fuel. There, the Gears find emulsion poisoned humans. Fearing that the infection may spread, Dom
Oh fuck, we got zombies in Gears of War. I don't remember that.
sacrifices himself by
Yeah, this is I think the scene. Fuck. He went from Gears 2 with Maria to Gears 3 with Dom. Fucking why does it have such emotional, actual heartfelt scenes in like a bro shooter that only had like 3 fucking colors in gray, brown, and black? Like why did they have to have like these actual pretty emotional fucking scenes that you actually cared about Dom and you cared about Maria?
By driving a large truck into an emulsion tanker, which explodes, taking out the Lambent humans and allowing the rest of the Gears to leave for the city of
This was the
Char.
other scene that I said that we'll discuss later.
In Char, Delta encounter a group of survivors led by former emulsion executive Aaron Griffin, who holds Dizzy hostage until the Gears find a lost cable car loaded with fuel. After finding it, the Locust Queen
We
Mira
have
attacks,
guns?
and the
Okay,
Gears
so did
rush
he
back
behind
to
him in
save
fairness.
Dizzy, which they do, losing the fuel in the process. They're able to make it to the Endeavor shipyards to find the submarine and are able to repair it and refuel it before heading off to Azura. The group slip under the maelstrom to find that a group of Locusts are also trying to get to Adam. They also discover intel that Prescott knew about Emergence Day beforehand and had ordered Azura to be constructed as the home of the world's elite. Adam communicates with the team via security cameras and explains that he has discovered a cure to lambency, but needs the Gears' help to execute it. The group are able to disable the maelstrom and fight their way to the hotel where Adam is being kept. Queen Mira arrives and reveals that Adam had been working with her for 20 years on a way to kill the Lambent without...
I forget, we don't actually kill her in the second
However,
game.
Adam's current plan would kill both. So
Also, is it ever explained why she has a human face? She's like the only one with a like very humanized feature out of any of the Locust. Like all of them, yes, are humanoid like body type, more or less. She's the only one with like a very humanoid feature in like an actual face that looks like a human face.
Mira attempts to stop the Gears, but fails as she is dispatched of by Marcus. The squad reach Adam, who explains that emulsion is actually a living organism, which adapts with Locust and human bodies to create the Lambent. Adam has developed an energy...
So it's basically like the super serum from Captain America. No, better one. It's Venom. It's symbiote, basically from like Venom and Carnage and all of them bullshits.
Wave that will destroy any cell infected by emulsion. The squad escort Adam to the roof of the hotel.
I remember this. This was the Time of Dawn fight.
Reveals that he had infected himself with emulsion to study its effects and test his cure. He says his goodbyes to his son and soon dies as the generator reaches full power. Shortly after, Mira, still alive from the previous attack, arrives and blames Marcus for Adam's failures. Marcus, however, stabs Mira with Dom's knife, killing her before the machine generates its waves of energy, expanding across the planet, killing Lambent and Locust at large. The Gears celebrate the end of the war. Marcus mourns the loss of his best friend and father, but is reunited with Anya, who reminds him that...
Is that Anya? I don't know when the fuck she upgraded to a gear from a... I don't know. What was she? Like a tactician? She wasn't on the front lines, at least not in game 1 or 2. She was like a tactician, war planner. I don't know what you call the dude in... I don't know what you call like the dudes in the office that sit and come up with the cool plans and shit and do... Oh, fuck. My bad. Sorry, chat. And like do all the cool shit. Oh, cool shit. Not have to shoot people in the face, or plan who you shoot in the face and why and how it's going to work. I'm sure tactician works.
That his father requested he live on for him, and that they now have a tomorrow thanks to their sacrifices. This image is our last of the original trilogy, as we move forward to the future and a new saga for Gears of War. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this. I'm excited for Gears of War 4. I'm sure you are as well, and I hope this helps you catch up on the story.
Well, okay, so I don't really know what this is going to lead into. Apart from that, kind of looked like a cool little game in the top there. So that's where we've caught up. Apparently, everyone was slaughtered. We killed everyone. We beat Locust and Lambent with a energy wave nuclear bomb vibe thing made by Daddy. So yeah, we're going to hop into Gears 4 now. Going to boot that bad boy up, and I suppose we're going to pick up from there, I guess.